Hi there. My name is Trevor Stutzman, and I wanted to implore to you guys an idea that marketing does not need to be as complicated as it might seem. And you don't necessarily need to be selling a product or selling something of any nature to anybody for that fact. Now, a lot of us do play the game of golf. It's a very hard sport. I like to think of it as one of the hardest sports that you could ever play. And the reason that I wanted to relate social marketing to this sport overall is for the fact that while this seems like an easy topic, it's something that a lot of marketing professionals seem to forget whenever it comes to um, creating that connection with the people in your target market and trying to understand the behavior of the market as a whole. So marketing has, like, for social marketing, you want to be able to have one common goal, and that is to sell something to somebody. When it comes to golf, it's hard to sell that topic to somebody. But if you find that common good and something that is going to help an overall group of people for a common good, then that would be what a social marketing is. So to start, a lot of people that begin playing golf, they find themselves not being able to hit the ball straight, which is totally understandable. It's hard to get that swing correctly. And a lot of the times what happens is you end up hitting a slice. And what a slice means is that whenever you hit the golf ball, it starts at a straight angle and then immediately starts curving to the right. It makes it kind of unplayable. And so, yeah, a lot of people struggle with that. But for this particular topic, it kind of sets a precedent. It sets a precedent for how you are as a golfer and what you need to learn in order to become better at the game. Try to hit that ball more straight, try to fix your swing. The reason that I want to relate this to social marketing is for the fact that social marketing kind of sets the precedent for for what is going to make that common good for selling a product. I feel like you should learn of this topic before you even consider to sell any sort of product or any sort of service to anybody overall. You want to make sure that you have a common good in mind. So for example, whenever it comes to, let's think about Operation Christmas Child. They're not selling a product. They're not necessarily selling a service. They're selling themselves as someone that can offer where you can do a good for someone else in another country by getting a shoebox and filling it with items for people in other countries that don't necessarily get to celebrate Christmas, or their families can't afford to buy Christmas presents. So with that, that is the common good that I'm talking about. They want to sell themselves as someone that is helping somebody else. And that is where the marketing comes in. Because of course they need to sell themselves. Because like, how else would anybody know about them? But people are going to be drawn to that. And it sets the precedent. So by simply having this idea in mind, it can fix, just like in golf, whenever you put your mind to it, you can fix that slice. And with social marketing, you're going to be able to fix that idea that, wow, maybe America is a little too commercial. Maybe I don't necessarily want to step into that field of just selling products and trying to convince people to buy this certain product. And you want to kind of go on a route of doing something good for people. So this is always going to be that option. Now in golf, you want to have good contact and you want to have good speed. You need to have a good swing to create good contact. And you want to be able to swing fast. It's not necessarily about swinging hard, but it's about swinging fast so that the ball can go a longer distance. And with that comes, this is a positive change. This is going to be the positive change that you want to see in your golf game. And whenever you relate this to social marketing, this is going to be that good contact and that you create with somebody. This is going to be that fast acting swing that's going to create something that's going to go for a long distance. People are drawn to being a part of something that is good for them. People feel good. It's all going to be for a common good. This particular part of golf is for the common good of you. This is to make yourself feel better about playing the game of golf, or feeling like you are a better player at the sport itself. And then you also want to be able to try to hit on par. And I want to relate this to Christ, and how doing this sort of marketing can be able to make you feel like you are in more of a biblical standpoint, than selling things that aren't necessarily, wouldn't necessarily be something that in the eyes of God would be like a good thing. So you are going to create a lot of opportunities for yourselves to grow in God by selling a common good to somebody. So for example, let's say that you work for a church. And while working for a church, you are going to want to not necessarily sell the church to somebody, but you are going to want to sell the opportunities that you have there, the ministries that you can be a part of, and the many ways that the person that you're talking to is going to see an opportunity to grow. Now, this is all social marketing. It's creating the gap between somebody feeling impulsive to buy a product and having a positive behavior change, or having that behavioral growth and being a part of something that is for the common good. And also, as Christians, we want to be kind of the hands and feet and voice of Jesus, so we can glorify the kingdom in all ways possible. And with that, it is more of using your voice to share with people the idea of God, and the idea of Jesus. And Jesus almost had to advertise himself, because he didn't immediately have followers. Not everybody was going to immediately believe that he is the Son of God, and he is perfect in all ways possible, and he is sinless. There's no possible way that would even be something unless he had to technically advertise himself. But in my mind, in my humble opinion, I would like to think that Jesus was doing his own type of social marketing in order to get those followers. He did what he did for the common good of people. He saved people. He worked miracles. He turned water to wine, all of these things. And with that, he created the followers. People started following him. That is something that I feel like is a perfect example as to what social marketing can be for a lot of people, especially people that are involved in Christianity, or if they're even trying to sell a ministry to somebody, or try to get people involved in a ministry, or try to get people involved in the church. So with all that said, social marketing is going to be for the common good. Marketing in America has made America so extremely commercial. You know, you go on YouTube, you go on TikTok, you go on anything that could display advertisements for you. Social media, in the grand scheme of things, it's a lot of advertisements. You're constantly seeing ads, but it's to implore you to want to buy something. Social marketing isn't wanting you to buy anything. It's wanting you to to get involved and to do something for the good of the people and the good of yourself. Make you feel like you did something good. And so I just wanted to thank you for your time, and thank you for listening. And I hope that I was able to share something good with you today. Thank you.